Berries are often promoted with hyperbolic claims, so it's important to separate genuine science from marketing. The high levels of vitamin C, anthocyanins, and polyphenol in berries, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, blackberries, and currants are real, and these compounds do have antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and antiviral properties. Studies showing berry consumption enhances immune function and reduces upper respiratory infection symptoms are legitimate, though the magnitude of effects varies. The mechanisms: antioxidant compounds protecting immune cells from oxidative damage, anti-inflammatory effects reducing excessive inflammation, and inhibition of viral replication are all scientifically supported. However, the in vitro and animal studies showing viral inhibition often use berry extracts at concentrations much higher than what you'd get from eating whole berries. This doesn't invalidate berries' benefits, but it does require realistic expectations. The recommendation to consume half to 1 cup of berries daily during cold and flu season is achievable and pleasant. Unlike some immune-supporting foods that require acquired tastes, most people genuinely enjoy berries. The practical suggestions: adding to yogurt, oatmeal, smoothies, eating as snacks, making compotes, are straightforward. The note that frozen berries retain most nutrients and are more affordable than fresh year-round is genuinely helpful information. There's a misconception that fresh is always superior to frozen, but berries are typically frozen shortly after harvest when nutrient content is highest. Frozen berries are often nutritionally comparable or even superior to fresh berries that have been shipped long distances and stored. The point about vitamin C being water-soluble and recommending distributing intake throughout the day is consistent with earlier discussions of vitamin C. You can't store it, so consistent intake is more beneficial than one large dose. The specific mention of elderberries with demonstrated antiviral activity against flu viruses is interesting. The recommendation for elderberry syrup, 1 tablespoon 4 times daily at illness onset, potentially reducing flu duration, is based on some research, though the evidence is mixed and not universally accepted. Elderberry should be cooked, as raw elderberries contain compounds that can cause nausea. Commercial elderberry syrups are convenient, but they often contain substantial added sugar. The suggestion to combine berries with yogurt for probiotics plus antioxidants, with nuts for vitamin E plus polyphenol, or with citrus for vitamin C synergy demonstrates how to build nutrient-dense meals and snacks. These combinations provide multiple immune-supporting compounds rather than relying on any single food. The mention of fiber in whole berries supporting gut health is consistent with the broader theme. The emphasis on variety providing different anthocyanin profiles is accurate. Different berries contain different specific anthocyanins, and variety likely provides broader benefits. However, some important considerations: berries, particularly strawberries, often have high pesticide residues and frequently appear on dirty dozen lists. For people concerned about pesticide exposure, choosing organic berries or prioritizing which berries to buy organic may be worthwhile. The sugar content in berries, while naturally occurring and accompanied by fiber, still matters for people managing blood sugar. Berries are among the lower sugar fruits, making them good choices for people with diabetes or insulin resistance, but they're not sugar-free. Some people are allergic to berries, particularly strawberries. Cross-reactivity can occur between different berries, making this a consideration for people with food allergies. The antioxidant content of berries can decrease with cooking and storage, so consuming them relatively fresh or frozen and minimally processed preserves maximum benefits. Overall, berries represent genuinely beneficial immune-supporting foods with real antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties, accessible to most people and genuinely enjoyable to consume. Realistic expectations about the magnitude of immune benefits, combined with appreciation for their role as part of an overall nutrient-dense diet, is the appropriate approach.